All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Or happy 11:45. So, let's tell the world that we're doing this. Cool. So, what happened yesterday was we managed to connect our recording. We did some test runs on adding and removing silence filters, detect when is the user not speaking, getting timestamps for that. We figured out how to take our audio file, which can be any length, and cut it up into small pieces, for instance, 9-minute pieces. This kind of matters because our AI model only accepts 10 minutes or less at a time. So 9 minutes, just to be sure. And we could use the detect silence to figure out when does it actually make sense to cut it in the 9-minute range, just so we don't cut it mid sentence. I haven't done that yet, but it's certainly doable and pretty straightforward. Yesterday, we handed off our 9-minute audio segment to our model and got everything back. The audio is something I recorded from an interview that I did for Funding People. It's not too long ago. Don't tell anyone, but I also needed some audio material for testing, so good excuse. And we'll use that to figure out what to do. So I have the JSON that's an analysis output of everything that I do, or everything that I said, how I pronounced each word along the way, and some feedback on, how we did. So, what do we want to accomplish today? I think since we now have the JSON, which is really what matters in terms of like providing value to the user, we need to figure out what to do with JSON payload. Really, how can we provide as much meaning as possible for the user? So we need to do some thinking there. There is a question here around what does this mean from a UX perspective. That is not something that we might answer today, but something that we at least need to think about, because ultimately that's what dictates the rest. But let's get an overview first of what we got and how we can make sense of it and provide meaning. Maybe do some drawing and some designing to help us think. And that should keep us busy for a while. Long-term aspirations might be working with the JSON, maybe getting something into the database. We have quite a few hours at our hands, so that might be a stretch goal, but maybe we can do it. Can we model something in? That would be cool. Um, so let's take a look at the JSON and maybe pull up Figma and see how we can make sense of it and do some mind mapping, some drawing. Yeah, let's do it. hmm So we get a general score on grammar, vocabulary, topic. The topic is sort of a weird thing because it requires us to say, hey, what are we actually having a conversation about? And for now, I'm hoping to get away with something like quite generic, professional conversation, and you're listening to one side of it. And then the real value is in pronunciation assessment in parts. And then there's a complete transcribe, which is meh. This is a summary that I'm generating. There's the full package here. This is like 9 minutes, and we get 36,000 lines, which is a lot. But let's see what we got here. Whole thing, and what we talked about yesterday, was also how do we handle silence. Ideally, I would like to be able to strip out silence on the user side. We tried yesterday to use something called FFmpeg to analyze silent ranges, and it does a pretty good job, but it still picks up things like click and typing. So we need some sort of like noise filter to get rid of that. I'm skipping the whole building my own backend for now because this is super early. This might be something we can just put in the backend eventually, and just magic will happen and it'll be clear audio. But if we could get rid of silence, I have this theory that if I use our API or AI model to do this, and I have a bunch of silence time, I'm basically paying them to process nothing, which I would like to avoid. So stripping out silence would be financially beneficial, but also right now I don't really care because we need it to work first. But that's a very big nice to have, not a must have for later. But at least it's cool to see that they can actually detect silent timeouts, and we don't have to do anything. We can just like strip that from our output. So here we see the first thing I said on the call. Hi there, how are you? And we take the entire sentence, and we get some basic scoring: accuracy, fluency, prosody, completeness, and a prawn score. And then we can go down into each of the words. Hi. And all the syllables that comes with it. Word there, hi there. And get a detailed breakdown of, is it actually good? Is it not good? And I had a pause, missing break, unexpected break. I probably said, hi there, how are you? Instead of, hi there, how are you? So it's flagging me for having a missing break in the way I speak, which is probably right. Got some pretty cool stuff here. We can see monotone detection. Am I fluctuating in the way I speak, or is it just like boring, calm, same voice tone all the time? My how is pretty good. R is pretty good. U is pretty good. And that's the Jan. Overall sentence evaluation, and then word by word breakdown. the word by word will be really helpful in figure out when there's room for improvement when it comes to pronunciation. I sure would love to have that myself. And the overall sentence gives us a pretty decent idea of where to look and maybe how to evaluate things, like which sentences have the lowest scores in each of the axes, and then we can use that as examples for the user to say, hey, here you might have something that you want to improve on. What do we do with this? Let's start to write something down here. Each of the sentences, that's my summary. Basically what I did was just to say, I'm gonna grab this here, I think, if I recall correctly, and then like strip out everything else. Let's see, isn't it font score 88.8, 100, 82? Yeah, it lines up. I also like copied in the offset and duration, so we can actually go back in the audio and say this is exactly where you set it, and you can listen to yourself saying hi, and we can show the end user where to improve or what they did, and give them maybe a strong reference point for how to say even more better. So just seeing how long are the sentences here. Is it valuable to actually keep this for now, and then we can let's see. One thing that might be quite interesting is if it doesn't capture exactly what you say. It could be my accent is off, or I'm mumbling worth the words. Of course, it can't really decipher accurately what I'm trying to say. But how that influences our scores, and is that actually an issue? I don't know. But maybe that's just something that we need to evaluate. Is poor pronunciation, transcription an issue for accurate test results and feedback? Because what our model does is really figure out, are you saying the words right, and where are you messing up at each of the syllables. But what it's not good at is saying, whatever it is that you're saying, does that actually make sense? What we could do is just put everything together. I think I have that in the bottom of the payload. I have the complete display text. We can pass that just to a general, like a foundational model, GPT something something, and say, hey, here's a transcript of a conversation. How well do you think the transcript? Do you think it makes sense or not, and to what degree and why? And like, I'm sure we can train a model on that. That should be fairly straightforward to give us a decent output. probably not statistically accurate and something we can use like data specific, but we can get like as a proxy for saying, is this actually meaningful? It might work. Also, something fun happened yesterday. Last night, a previous colleague of mine, Tom, messaged me and said, "Hey, you now have a competitor." He found a Crunchbase or a TechCrunch article about a small startup coming out of YC that's basically doing what we're doing here. And well, competition is fun. What can I say? That means it's probably a good idea. I'm not the only one thinking about it. If I were, I would be kind of terrified, but also they are now funded and have a working app or something that looks like it's working somewhat decently, and we're not there yet, but we'll get there. But it's fun. Competition is fun. What can I say? All right. Maybe we should just keep the summary format. I kind of like this. It's a nice overview. And then work with what we have here in the complete output. And let's take a look at the wording. Maybe we can keep all the words as is for a detailed breakdown. It almost feels like overkill in the data. There's so much data, like all the graphemes, poems, phonemes. But at the same time, I just like the way it's structured, I think. Have the word, you have the offset, you have the duration, and then you have the assessment. What is the difference between syllable and phoneme? Phoneme? Is that how you say phoneme? Let's bring up a browser tab here. Let's see. Phonemes include all the distinct units of sound used by the speaker for language. They include vowel and consonants. Syllable is a cluster of sounds with at least one vowel. A word may have one or more syllables. Alright, let's see if we can find an example. Okay, here. Playing. Hi. Playing. I see. So here it's like... Oh, I see. So syllable is like word parts. And this is like each of the... Cool. Maybe the phonemes is overkill. So I'm saying playing, but here we can see my P is sort of off, but the rest comes out okay. This is super, super duper detailed. This is really valuable. Let's see if we can find a few more examples with multiple syllables, just to like, I'm trying to build a mental model here of whether to keep both or just one of them. I'll probably regret if I just go with one and not have the other for later. But at the same time, I can't figure out or think of a case right now where, as a user, I would like to see this detailed breakdown, I think. I'm trying to figure out, like, find an example where I'm really struggling saying something. Okay, here. We have the syllable, we have the grapheme. Perfect. I like the syllable version more. Hold on, let's find some music here. So per is alright. Fact is messed up. But why I'm saying perfect? Perfect. Probably just saying it too fast. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Per is the air sound. Oh, and no T. Alright, so we're gonna need both, because if I just see my fact part is messed up, like, why? And then this can give us a super breakdown of the words. Oh, you're struggling with the T and the air sound. Then I would say perfect or perfect if I have a weird accent. That would come out right here. Alright, we're definitely gonna need both. So, let's see. Mental model. We have the sentence. Have the sentence structure in here. We have words. Each word consists of one or more syllables. And phonemes. And let's go back up and say if low accuracy in syllable, expand on what's the challenge. Indicates I can't, this is probably spelled wrong, but you know what I mean. Indicate general pronunciation. Grammar and structure. And pacing. Okay. So from this, we have something we have the data. We can say have the pronunciation. Go back to the summary. Data. Grammar. Vocabulary. I'm very much on the fence in terms of topic. We might omit just the topic score just because it's a metric, I think. Hold on, we should probably before we just make stuff up. Microsoft Cognition Services Speech SDK. Let's see. Speech demo. I want to find the overview. Okay, here, I think. It's speech to text. Sure. This thing. And we're looking for topic score. Here we go. This is helpful. Cron score, pronunciation quality of a given speech, accuracy, fluency, and prosody with weight. Maybe we should just calculate. Oh, wait. So they're saying cron score is prosody, fluency, and accuracy. So this is just from accuracy, fluency, prosody. Okay. That is something we can just do or roll our own if we think that's valuable. Maybe this is just like overall pronunciation score, which is what they're calling it. Or we should roll our own. I think we'll probably do both and see which works out for the better. Can't hurt. Alright, topic. Level of understanding and engagement with the topic, which provide insights into the speaker's ability to express their thoughts and ideas effectively and actually engage the topic. I think this is probably what I would consider a special score or like situational. for two reasons. One is we don't always know what the topic is, and we can deduce that or figure out before we have actually done the evaluation and have the text. We could probably mimic it or like pre-process the audio and just do like a regular fast transcript using Whisper or something. Get the text, give it to a model, and say, "Hey, what's the topic being likely topic being discussed?" But still, it'll be kind of mimicking. But if we are making some training material where you want to do a presentation, then we can certainly do it. Or if we have calendar context on what's the topic, we can probably also do it. Kind of on the fence about this one. We might be able to get it if we transcribe first using something like Whisper and then foundational model. But nah, nice to have. But could be handy in training scenarios. Or practice. Vocabulary, love it. But vocabulary is just for the overall assessment, right? Vocab. And application. What did it say here? 90, 80, 90, 86. Oh. Oh, I see. Same as this. Overall assessment. Overall assessment of the audio. Is it accurate enough? And relative to what? Grammar. Great, I trust their ability to calculate that. My grammar is not great, it's not terrible, but it's 86 seems a bit generous, but at the same time, might be right. And pronunciation, that was the prawn. Consider rolling around in parallel. I mean, maybe having our own model is nice long term. Short term, not really important. What I'm thinking right now is should we be worried about prawn score for short sentences like this versus longer stuff where the user's speaking a bunch, but I don't think so because it's still like broken down word by word. Syllable, sentence. Okay. Hmm. So, from a UX perspective, what would I expect? The workflow is like this. Workflow or user flow. App sits in the background. User jumps on call. Ask. Capture call. The neat thing is we don't have to be concerned about privacy. Everyone else seems to don't care, but I actually do care because I don't want to record whoever I'm also talking to. It will be neat and it'll have the full context, but at the same time, I think that's just like basically wrong from a privacy perspective. Ask, do you want to capture the call? We are only capturing your mic. Yes, okay. Capture call. Until end. Get feedback on process. Call and get feedback. Actual mic output. In here, there's a technical processing, a wizardry to cut the segment audio file. Or feedback sent to user. Feedback flow. So, should it be the Apple Watch Garmin watch model where, hey, I'm tracking this call, I want feedback on how did I do on my last call? Or should it just be something that we're continuously tracking and keep a overview of how are you doing and how you're improving? Probably wanted to be recording specific because I could see myself being on a call with a customer, doing an interview, doing something else, and I was like, did I mess up? Or maybe I felt like I was really good. I was like, I want to see that particular session, just like if you're having a Garmin watch, you want to expand on your performance. But at the same time, you want to slice and dice across all your performances. So, what we want is we want to have session evaluation, overall performance tracking. That's two different rows. How did I do on a given call recording? Call sounds so wrong to me. I need to find a better word. because call is like, oh, I call. It sounds like you're recording both parties, but you're not. It's just your microphone. So session, given session. Sounds like coaching session. Actually, it is. If we assume this is a coach, it sits in on your calls, gives you feedback. Something I always wanted my managers to do in the past, like, hey, how do you actually improve my English? But it never happened for good reasons. Like, no manager can be bothered or find time to do something like that. That you hire a voice coach, but at the same time, they can't sit in on all your professional calls, right? So what do you do? Try your best to just improve. Hence why we're building this thing. Actually, we should just get this good enough, fast enough, so while I'm here talking to all of you, I can just have it running in the background recording, and at the end of the day, we have a fresh, huge data set on how we did yesterday. That would be fun. And nice. But at the same time, yeah, terrifying, because what if I'm just a mess? But that's really what I want to fix. So maybe we should just build this as fast as possible to have it recording in the background. And yeah, we release daily and see what happens. Use it, build it, repeat. All right, I'll be back in just a few seconds. Quick bathroom break, and be right back. All right. Music, please. So I was thinking, what was I thinking? If we record these sessions daily and just capture my mic, we'll have a bunch of data, and I'll just store the recordings on my machine and store all the JSON on my machine. And we can save all the backend stuff for a rainy day for now and just get something working and take it from there. That might actually be worthwhile. So while this is nice, and we could visualize it, having more data is more valuable to us, both short and long term. So maybe we should save this, park it, and just get to a point where we can capture every day. And we can capture, and we should just what we need to do is, since we can capture, we can already do that. We need to end the day by making a release or a version so we don't have to run in dev all the time. So we can test stuff. So an installable version. We can build a upload function so we can submit it, get the JSON, get the output, and we will have a ton of data for each day. That will be fun. So this will be tomorrow. Yay, we know what we're doing. Right now what's going to happen is we will go back into the UI. We can record indefinitely. Save to temp folder somewhere. Actually, let's save it to desktop folder. Save to desktop folder. Nice to have. Stored in a bucket. Our backend is based on Superbase, so it might just be Superbase bucket. We can get to that if we have time. Segment audio into approximately 10-minute pieces. Submit for eval, store JSON. Let's see, do we want to restructure it? This is our baseline output that we get. Or do we want to do something differently? The summary. Fuck it, let's just store the whole thing and figure out how we want to format it later. Doesn't matter. Store the JSON payload as is. And nice to have. Find a better way to structure it. And then nice to have stored in our database. Probably want to figure out. That's the more important bit. Figure out how we want to store it. Then store it. Yay! Alright. That will do. Cool. I'm gonna save these. They live on our desktop. Save to a desktop folder. Let's start there. Oh, wait a minute. Make an app release in dev mode at the end of day. To have running tomorrow. That way, we can also see if everything blows up. we probably just want to do all this manually. So this is one action. So we're gonna take up some extra disk space, save the entire recording to desktop. That's different files. And submit each segment for analysis. And then we'll have a bunch of payloads per segment. Just because I'm curious, could be done. Aggregate. Just want to see the entire size if we add them all together. It's gonna be hundreds of thousands of lines long. With 9 minutes, it's like 36,000 lines. Yeah, no. Okay. Gonna do this. And this. So we're almost there for save the entire recording to desktop. I think we actually got it, but let's go back and check. So let's see. Yesterday, after we wrapped up, I refactored this just slightly. Let's just run it so everyone can see what we're actually up to. Ta-da! We have something. We can record. At the end of the recording, this is saved to desktop. And this is for some testing. A lot of this is not like wired up, this is just hard coded. But we'll get there. Recording works, that will store to desktop. And that is... We have manual upload as well, but we don't need that right now. Process recorded audio. Here we go. This saves the entire thing. Maybe we need to generate some sort of like session ID when we start a recording, just to be able to tell them apart. Or we can just use the time since epoch for now as... Let's work with that for now. So, we appended, and this is when it's all saved. Cool. Then we want to splice this into segments. A nice to have here. Segment and silence time slots. the way we would do that is analyze or listen for silence, find spot between 9 and 10 minutes, and segment. Plus remember the timing. Use timing as start and split again. And we just keep repeating that. You don't have to do that now for now. I mean, we will inevitably mess the results up. So this has to be done. Okay, we'll do it. No, we'll wait and then we'll refactor it later if we have time. We want this done by end of day, so this is the first thing that we'll get to if we have time. Let's add a star to this so we know this is gonna happen. We'll get there. Okay, we can save the entire recording to desktop. We will just make a folder. New folder. And in this, no. Okay. Verbiage/sessions. Wrong place. Maybe we should make a folder for this. It'll be a lot of data. Yeah, we probably should. And on desktop, like this. And this. Let's folder path. Make folder called XX in folder path. Can we just do that? Path join, just make a folder? Hold on. This is the beauty of not having done this before. I have no idea what's going on. Um, but yes. I'm not convinced. Let's do like this. I mean, we can just try it. It's probably faster. If it blows up, it blows up. But hmm, so this. If we do this, it's just gonna work. That's what GitHub Copilot says. Test 1, 2, 3. Aha. You are right. I think. Nope. Good. So here. So anecdotally, if we do this, if it doesn't exist, we'll create it. And it will blow up. If it doesn't work, then we can say join folder path. And this. Okay. Restart it because it's the main thread and say test 1, 2, 3. Let's see if it works. No errors. Hold up, where's my finder? There we go. Oh shit. Uh-huh. Never mind. Close enough. Test 1, 2, 3. No? No? Didn't I save it? Test 1, 2, 3. There you go. And we can take that audio. Store this outside. That's what we needed. What's wrong? Audio file path is this. Audio file path. Better. So we have the audio file path, and now we say split it into segments. And make folder. Store audio file. Good thing is, in here, split audio into 9-minute segments. Give it a file path. There was something with this yesterday. I found someone who did this, and they had some weird formatting on the output to get it numerically listed. Alright, let's see. Split audio into segments. If I come back, this. was not this. Stack Overflow. This. Actually, for now, I think we can probably just do like this. Or like this. Audio file path and audio file path. Right? Because if we just add this in the end, we're home safe. This work? Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Let's see. Yep. It's a lot bigger. But the first one is also incredibly small. I did this, the big file yesterday. And it's like 150. It's actually smaller, I think. Math. 153 plus 24. 155.3. It is smaller than the output. So probably just encoding. Let's just like run it again and just let it sit for a minute or so while we talk about what to do next. So let's have this record, because now we basically have it split into segments, which is nice. And we want to submit this for evaluation. Submit unevaluated audio for evaluation. Submit each segment for analysis. So we'll look in the folder and see if it has any JSON. And for long audio, this is going to take a while. The API is not the fastest in the world, but that doesn't really matter. We Probably want to visualize somewhere that this is happening. But that's again nice to have. But just so we can see, follow along. Interesting. All right. So that should be long enough. Let's stop the recording. And see what happened. New session. Segment is huge. Why? Why? 12 minutes for 2 minutes. 12 max, 13 max for 2 minutes. This was the size yesterday. These are so small. All right, well, data's not an issue. We can figure this out on a rainy day. Okay. Let's wrap these up. Get rid of them. And we'll take these. As our sample. Add it here. We'll make a new folder. Oh. Into the folder you go. You got rid of the segment. Let's hack this for now. And final two. 03. Nope. And this. Okay. Cool. So how about How about we set up some sort of file watcher in here. Say in here, um, monitor output folder for new files. We'll make this nicer later. That'll do for now. Actually, no. No, 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 no. We'll trigger this manually from the UI. We'll use this button and just say in our core application we have analyze somewhere. We use that for an analyzing silence. Analyze audio segment. Analyze segment. Let's rename that. I just say look for output to evaluate. We can make this nice later. What are you sad about? Hold on. Oh well. Look for output to evaluate. We're gonna change this to look for output to evaluate. Go away. Just stop running. It's in our type definitions. We need to have it here, here, and bring this one over here. And in our main application, in our IPCs, we will say we'll save these just for later. We might need the code. No need to clean that up now. Okay. Let's just check this works. Console log. Looking for output to evaluate. Ta-da. If everything works well, we hit evaluate output and we should see our log output from the main thread. Yay, we're golden. All right. We would love to get this. Beginning to output to evaluate. Um, so, get a list of folders and folder path. Don't let me down. Yep. This work? Folders. Oh, name. Yep. What is Dyrant? Dyrant. Filter Dyrant. Uh, um, oops. Hold on. What do we want to do here? So we have the folder. And we would like to see uh, check if folder path contains evaluation.json. Okay, let's test this. Should work, looks right to me. Evaluation JSON not found. Cool. Bring this in here. Rename. No, no. Evaluation. Yes. Okay. So as long as we just call it evaluation, we are fine for now. Which reminds me, let's just go back here, save result on desktop, and call it evaluation. We're gonna fix this, the desktop path afterwards. Update path based on iterating folders. We'll get back to that. And here we'll skip as we have results. And here are Send audio. Um, Actually, this won't work because we want to do for each of the files ending with matching. Folder name. So for each of the session files, we would like to see if we have an evaluation for each of the sessions or segments. Sorry. And if not, we will get it. Okay. Get files containing and ending with nice. For each. So we now have the audio files. So we're just importing instead of requiring because that gives us hopefully some type stuff. Yes. I see. So we have the folder path. Mm-hmm. We can say audio.name. No, hold on. Strings. Okay. So console log audio file, console log JSON file. And if we just do like this, instead of evaluation, we just like have the equivalent as JSON. And now something is sat here. Oh, here we go. Um, this is all the segment bits. You don't have to do this, actually. I know it'll work. Famous last words, I know. But we can say this here and say audio new. Wait. This const eval path evaluation path is this. Evaluation path is this. Or rather, expected evaluation path is this. And then it's a matter of if it exists or not. If our beautiful evaluation exists, we are happy. If not, not so happy. And we can say console log looking for evaluations in folder. And looking for evaluation matching audio. Audio. Cool. So this should just work. Such a mess. But let's figure it out. We'll clean up later. So let's just, for fun and giggles, say this should be this, and we should have one, but not all four. And this is saved. We run it. Output. Folder, matching audio. Not found? Hmm. Oh, it's because it is just. Aha. Path but join. It was just looking without having a path for which folder to look in. That won't work. Evaluation found, so it is working. Great. And if we do not have, change this, submitting for analysis, and we can say, analyze audio file. Mm, Get Azure settings, object, should be fine. I'll try not to leak my subscription key today. I changed it since yesterday, but I would hate to do that every day. Um, let's see. Mhm. Audio file path. So we have this, and audio path. Oops. So we can create this. Let's go here. Blah, blah, blah. This is fine. Look at all the output. here. Save summary, save results. Results. And they just take the path to the desktop. We need to provide a path instead. But since we have the output, or we have the here, we could just take this and say const evaluation output path is this. With this. And do this. Back here. The magic of JavaScript, but it should just work. It should just work. Final, famous last words. If I run it and click analyze, chances are we'll just go over these and generate output. We have this. Hold on. We'll just do like this. Get rid of. No. Grab this, remove this one. Say go to the trash. This. This is the real evaluation, not the summary. I need to TypeScript all this stuff because it's the Wild West, but let's run it. Cross our fingers. Chances are it will implode and we need to fix something. But if it works, we'll go for a break while machinery does its wonders. All right, let's see. Hold on. Before we do something, submitting. I would like to see what I'm working with here in the console in the meanwhile. So we'll just help ourselves a bit here by saying audio file path for analysis. Console log our way through, something will happen. One side of a business and professional conversation. This is just for the topic score. So we can modify the topic. This is like as generic as we can probably get it, I think, for now. Open for input and suggestions, of course, but I think that should do the trick. Results will be pushed. On results recognized, there we will save the results. I would like to just not do all of this and save the summary. So we will probably just scrap that, or at least not do it for now and just say this, let's put it in its own function. Um, Create custom summary result and not do that. Um, no, let's not do that here. Let's do that in here so we can see it happens. Um, Console evaluation output path saved to desktop. Hold on. Yes, that's fine. Don't need that. I mean, chances are this is not gonna work first time. Like 98%. Exactly. Oh, you are right. Here we go. All right. Terrifying. Folder's ready. We have the first JSON output. Need three more. Let's see. Nope. Oh, we're submitting this for analysis. No, we're not. He told you, not working. All right, let's see. Audio path. Oh, wait, what? We have the audio. Definitely not. Folder path. Full audio. Yep. We can't send off the JSON and expect it to work, but we can definitely send off the audio. One more time. Nope. Oh, subscription key not found. Aha. All right. I will just pause so I don't leak my key today, and we will see. I'll be back in just a second. All right, we are back. I found the typo, and we should be good to go one more time. Let's see. Okay, it works. This is going to take a while. Not exactly sure how long, but is that a thing? Clock, clock, stopwatch, start. I'll go on a break real quick and be back when it's done. See you in a few minutes. So it's still going strong. It's not as fast as I would have hoped. Um, let's see. It's saved to desktop. Let's see what happens. Mm. Did it do two at a time? Is that a thing? One, two, three. Is it done? Stop. Oh, it just kicked off like parallel jobs. That makes sense. Okay. So 5 minutes to process quite a few files, or two files. Awesome. Let's see for the fun and giggles what we got. Oh no, formatted. Looks right. Cool. So D&E is done. Store. Check. That's cool. Mm, 9 minutes equals approximately 33,000 lines of JSON. Plus minus. I mean, it comes down to how much you talk, I suppose. And we are pretty good. Now we just need to figure out how we build something. I actually haven't built an app that works in dev mode. Electron Builder, White Build. Hmm, can we do like this and just say, what's my path? And save that? Hold on. Go away. Hmm, get app path? Yeah, that a thing? Oops. Okay. Electron, right. Let's see. Mhm. Right. Um, building for production. I mean, I'm sure everything breaks when we do it, but mm, let's try. See what happens. Why not? Um, build Mac. Hmm. Electron builder. Or dude. Or female. Or lady. It's a girl. Okay. With some luck, this just works. Doubt it, but let's see. So, we need to fix a app specific icon because it's going to be like 10 times larger, or at least half a time larger than everything else down here. But um okay. Run it. Clerk is not working in dev. That's unfortunate. Mm, wonder why. Guess we go back to fixing that. So I'll make this an F, fix clerk in production. Clerk is our user management system. Um, but why is it not working? I'm not doing anything special. Hmm. Google clerk for one on our introduction. We could go just set up a prod instance. I feel like I'm not ready for it, but I assume go to folder, application support. Um, I could have some old stuff in here. I just like remove it and reinstall it and see what happens, but I doubt it. Nope, nope, nope. All right, clerk, my man. Hmm, that's unfortunate. We're not ready to do that just yet. Um, no. Hmm. What are we actually sending? Oh, 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 I see. It's because our environmental variables are local, and when we build, they don't exist. That's unfortunate, but kind of makes sense. I bet you that's it. So that's why it's like, yeah, no, we give up. We don't know what you're trying to do. Mm. All right, hold on. Let me just stop streaming while I try something, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, I have a theory. We have this here, which is a local environmental variables, and that won't work. That won't get built. I've made a copy called production, which we'll only use on my machine, but we have to build it one more time and see what happens. But that might just be it. So while this builds, we will rid ourselves of the broken version and try the new one when it's ready. And meanwhile, we can go see if we can make a smaller um, macOS app icon template on Figma. Yes, that one. Cool. We'll need that later to get a real nice icon. Let's see. Okay. Reveal in Finder. Bring this over here. See what happens. Please work. Applications. No? I mean, it has to be that. It has to be that thing. It's just we're building it wrong, right? I mean, mm, so it's skipping these. Don't include environments variables or environments. Kind of, I suppose, makes sense, but what do you do? How does it work? I could just store it on my machine, I know, but it's something we still need to solve for later. Let's just figure it out. Okay. Electron environment variables. Um, is that it? Guess we will try again. I will just copy over some stuff and be right back. So we now have two, just for the fun of it. And an electron builder would end, and we'll see if something changes. And meanwhile, we'll just go back in here, get rid of what we have here. And we will see what happens. Okay, looks like we're good. Try one more time. No? What the? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pause the stream. Or let me just try one more time. Because it did say something about an old version existing. Nope, nope, nope. All right, I'm gonna pause the stream and I will hard code everything. If I even can, I'm not sure I actually can. Yes, I can. And just give it a go and we'll see what happens and then figure out how we fix this afterwards. Just want to make sure this is the actual issue and it's not something else. I will be right back. I am sorry. All right, I have news. So, the good news is our environment is still working after we built the app. The bad news is Clerk still does not work. Um, that's an issue. So, it's an annoying issue, and we need to figure out what to do about it. Technically, don't really need it, but at the same time, we kind of do. Otherwise, we have to go refactor a bunch of things. What I just did was I just wrote this to console in a deployed app. It worked, but we're still getting nowhere and just a 401, which is no fun. Hmm. So it's a Clerk issue more than a me issue. Clerk, React, Electron, deployed, 401. I mean, most people are using a Next.js app, but for me, since we're using Electron, Next.js doesn't really make a ton of sense. Um, so what do we do? Anything in their dashboards or consoles? Maybe. Mm, but it just doesn't make any sense. What's so different? What is so different? Oops. Did we screw something up along the way? This clearly works. Oh shit. If we install it, we'll be using the same application support folder, which might be an issue. Mm, but hold on. I've done something like this in the past, I think. Let me think. There's two folders, application support, and then there's one more. Hold on, let's sign in here. Um, what account did I even use? This? Yep. Cool. And we close it, copy it, and hmm, unfortunate. So what we would like to do is just take whatever it is that's running right now, move it, keep it running until we figure out that clerk stuff. Because if we could just do that, we could get invaluable data. Um, I mean, we could just comment out everything related. It's a lot, but hold on. Don't want that. We don't want these two. Okay. So we're golden. And then we just, yep. Okay. So we try one more time, see what happens. Still works. And cool. Don't like it, but Okay. The build Mac, and it is uninstalled. Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's just test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Uh-huh. It works. Great. And something is happening in the background, and it'll go do its magic, and hopefully we'll see a JSON output in the folder. Or no, we won't, because we're not segmenting the audio, which is unfortunate. But hey, we can capture audio, which is good enough. And it has its separate folder here. That's fine. This will work. This will do. It can capture it. That's the most important thing. The rest, screw that, because as long as we can get the audio, we can ask the computer to do the rest for us manually. Good. So now we didn't exactly do this, but we did it good enough. Or actually, we didn't do this at all, but we did do this, which is cool, and all we needed. And then we need to figure out what's up with this, but that's gonna be for later. I'm gonna sign off for today. But I will be back tomorrow for some more fun, figuring out what's up with Clerk. But until then, take care, and I will see you all sometime tomorrow.